welcome back for day 6 of our Advent calendar videos. Hope you've really been enjoying them so far, hearing all the great news about Jesus. And again, we're in for a very special treat today. Tiara and Leon are going to do today's reading from Isaiah chapter 9, which is full of amazing truth about Jesus. So over to you both, and then we'll come back and look at it together. Thank you.
Of the greatness of his government and peace there will be no end. He will reign on David's throne and over his kingdom, establishing and upholding it with justice and righteousness from that time on and forever. The zeal of the Lord Almighty will accomplish this.
Isaiah chapter 9, verse 7.
Oh, thank you so much for reading that. It's great to see each of the different children put in their own sort of little scene, and it's fantastic. We got loads more to come, which is great. Well, let's look at that verse together. I wonder how much effort and energy goes into Christmas each year. If you could add it all up, all the energy that goes into shopping, planning, writing lists, decorating, cooking, eating, buying, arranging, phone calls, emails, texts, WhatsApp, Amazon, all these different things, isn't it? The amount of energy and effort that goes into arranging just for one day. Well, you put all of that together, and that's really the word zeal, which we found right at the end of our reading. The zeal of the Lord Almighty will accomplish this. Zeal means enthusiastic energy and effort. And it takes a lot of enthusiastic energy and effort for Christmas every year, doesn't it? To arrange it all and put it into place. Well, think about this for a minute. How much effort, enthusiasm and energy would it take to create everything you see around you? The sun, the moon, the stars, the trees, the birds, the sea, all the fish we can't even see, thousands of them swimming under the water, the grass, every blade. And Jesus created all of that at the command of the Father in the power of the Holy Spirit. And yet, it doesn't say in Genesis the zeal of God accomplished that. He just spoke it into being. Think about when they crossed the Red Sea, when they came out of Egypt and Jesus led them in that pillar of cloud and fire. And he split the sea, didn't he, for them to cross on dry ground. Nothing like that had ever been seen before in all of history. And yet, it doesn't say the zeal of the Lord Almighty accomplished that. It was his breath. He just breathed on the sea and it did what he commanded. And again and again and again in the Bible you find God through Jesus doing these incredible acts. And yet it doesn't say the zeal of the Lord Almighty will accomplish this. But it does say here in Isaiah, the zeal of the Lord Almighty will accomplish this. What's he talking about? The increase of Jesus' government and peace. There will be no end. Think about that for a second, and I will too. How much zeal, how much energy and enthusiasm and power would it take to govern your tongue? To get total control over your tongue? How much effort would it take? So you never say anything wrong, never say anything hurtful or bitter or spiteful or anything like that. It's going to take more power than we have, isn't it? Way more zeal, way more effort. We totally drain ourselves of all our energy trying to just govern something really small that can steer the course of our whole life like a massive boat. How much zeal is it going to take for Jesus' government of the whole world to see no end? A huge amount of power. How much zeal is it going to take for Jesus to rule with justice and righteousness so everything across the whole world is fair and right and nothing wrong ever happens and no one ever says again, that's not fair? That is going to take a huge amount of effort and enthusiasm and zeal. But not just for 1 second. Imagine if we could have that taste of heaven for 1 second. That would be amazing, but so much power and energy would go into that. But that's not what God promises. God promises something better through Jesus, to be part of a kingdom where everything is fair and right, where there's no end, and it goes on for day after day, week after week, month after month, in fact, years, decades, centuries, and forever. How can that be accomplished? You've heard all the sort of cheesy sayings, isn't it? I would pray for world peace. If I had my wish, I'd want world peace. How much effort would that take? And God shows us in the Bible that takes the blood of God to buy peace that lasts forever. Peace between you and God, peace between you and other people, and even peace between you and yourself so you can live with yourself. It takes a huge amount of zeal, huge amount of effort and energy, and yet Jesus is willing to spend that energy. The Father is that zealous about setting up a safe home for you forever. He's given you Jesus this Christmas. If you want to enjoy a taste of all that today, call on Jesus and he will save you. If you're already a Christian, just realize that how much effort and zeal God is putting into your future with him in the new heavens and new earth. He's given everything for you. Rejoice in him today. God bless. See you soon.